Hey guys, today's video is going to be an eye tutorial. This is the eye look I was wearing in my 7 Summer Flings update number 1. I had already recorded the eye look that day and I was really not satisfied with my lip. I don't know what it was. I just really didn't like it. So I thought I would record it today because I'm getting ready to head out. I am using my Pan That palette, which you guys have not seen not one update because my progress is almost non-existent. It's going super slow, like as slow as a turtle or a snail, or both, because they're both pretty slow. Point is, I'm going really slow with this palette. So I did use a couple shadows from this palette, and then I used a couple shadows from the TAMANA palette. I believe these most of the shadows are sold separately or as singles, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm sure a lot of you guys already have these palettes. Bring them out. They're really nice. I don't love every single shadow in both palettes, but for the most part I am satisfied with a lot of the looks that I do create with both of them. I'm only doing the eyes, I'm doing my blush and my lips on camera. Everything else I didn't do just because I don't want it to be too long. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna apply my Maybelline primer, and this one is in Nude. It's their eyeshadow primer, and I believe it's the only one that they have. And I'm just gonna apply this on my lid and coming up all the way to the brow. I'm then gonna apply this shadow from MAC. It's called Rule, and I feel like this is just becoming one of my favorite transition shades, and I'm just applying it with a large fluffy brush, and I'm bringing it all the way from inner to outer corner. And I'm just building this color up a little bit and just going in with a large clean brush just to make sure it's not too harsh. Then I'm going to grab this shadow right here, which is from the ABH Miami palette. This is in my Pan That palette, which is why I'm using it, but I believe you can grab a lot of these shadows as singles. And I'm doing the same thing, I'm just not bringing it up quite as high, and I'm keeping it kind of controlled, so not all the way. I don't want it to go over or above the Rule shadow from MAC. And I'm bringing it from inner and outer corner as well. And then I'm going to pick up the original brush that I used here and just blend that out. With a pencil brush from the TAMANA palette, I'm going to pick up Chocolate. And I like picking it up with a pencil brush because it gives me more precision, because my eyes are slightly hooded here and you can see that I have puffiness here on my lid. I have to go in with smaller brushes just so that I don't get it all over the place. I don't have a ton of lid space, so smaller brushes helps me control my placement. And I'm just putting it in to the inner, just tapping it in. And then I'm going to do the same for the outer corner here. I hope I'm in focus. I put it on manual focus, so I'm hoping that it works, because I always fail at this. And then I'm going to grab a pointy brush. I like pointy brushes like this, again, because my eyes are slightly hooded, and this allows me to have more control as to where I'm blending the shadow. So I'm just connecting the inner and outer corner here, and as I'm doing this, I'm opening my eyes, closing, opening, because I want to see where the shadow's ending up. I don't want it to come too far up because I have puffiness here and puffiness here, and if I blend away or do it while my eyes close, I can go too far up and then bring the shadow all the way up here, and I don't want to do that. So when I have my eyes open, I just want this shadow to peek through just slightly. I don't know if you guys can see it there. And I'm just blending this out. Just like that. I'm gonna go in with Gilded from the TAMANA palette, and I'm gonna first apply it with my finger right in the center here, and bring it slightly to the sides. So it's gonna look like this right here once we're done. So I'm applying it dry first and with my finger, and then I'm gonna apply it wet just to intensify it a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with my pencil brush, whatever's remaining on this brush here. I'm just gonna merge the two together so there's not a defined line. So I'm just lightly tapping, and I'll probably do this a couple times just to make sure I don't cover too much or bring this shadow in too far in and covering up too much of Gilded. And then same thing with the crease. I'm gonna go in with this brush right here. This is a MAC 233, and I'm gonna dip into Gilded once again. I like this brush because it's short and it's pretty dense, so it'll pick up quite a bit of product. And I'm just wetting it with whatever setting spray I have on hand right now. It's the D-Slick from Urban Decay, and I'm going to put this right in the center. I don't think I picked up enough. I'm bringing it up. So I don't know if you guys can see how much it intensified it. And then once I get into this chocolate color, I'm lightly tapping. I'm not putting as much pressure as I am in the center. Just like that. It's such a pretty shadow. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more chocolate and apply it again into my inner corner. Just because I don't want to lose the intensity of this shadow. Now I'll go back in with whatever's remaining on this brush with Gilded, and again just lightly tap the sides. You can see that there. Go up again once again. Let's make sure this side matches. And I'm just gonna go in with this brush, and this is the one I applied caramel with, and I'm just blending that out. I'm going to apply my eyeliner. This is from Loreal. This is the Silkissime in charcoal, and I'm gonna apply it to my upper waterline, lower waterline, and slightly line the top lash line and lower lash line as well, and I'll be back. I really like how this liner, how creamy this liner is, but it does not last on my waterline. I already had to apply it on this one again. Alright, I'm gonna grab this brush right here. I think this is the one I used. I'm pretty sure it is. This pencil brush right here, and I'm gonna smudge out my lower lash line here. This is gonna help adhere the shadow in chocolate. But first, I'm gonna grab just a blending brush, and I'm gonna pick up Rule once again, which is the initial shadow we started with. And I'm gonna apply it under the black. And just try to connect the two. Then with the pencil brush that we applied chocolate with, I'm going to pick up chocolate once again and apply that right in between Rule and the black liner. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just really like my lower lash smoked out quite a bit. Alright, I'm gonna apply mascara and then we'll be back for the rest of the face. Underneath my brow, I'm gonna apply Nude. I actually forgot to do that on this eye as well. I really like this shadow a whole lot. It helps clean up any mess that you made, or maybe I didn't blend well enough, you know, because that happens. And it helps clean up the edges here if in case I went too far out. I just love this shadow, and I want it in a full size once I'm done with this one. So I'm just gonna apply that to right under my brows here, and I'm using just an art brush that I got at a craft store. It's from Master's Touch. And then I'm gonna pick up just the initial brush that I applied roll with, and I'm just going to blend out a little bit up here just so that there's no defined line between the brow shadow and my transition shadow. I'm applying blush, which is this shadow right here, to my inner corner. I forgot to do that earlier. Just make sure it's not too harsh. For blush, I'm going to use my Flowerchild blush from Becca. I really like this blush. It adds this really beautiful sheen to the cheeks. I'm going to line my lips with my tail of the pencil in Spice. I don't even know if I need to sharpen this. I think I do. Oh well. I'm just outlining anyways. And for lipstick, I think I'm gonna grab a Warm Me Up from Maybelline. I love this lipstick so much. It's so beautiful. And that is the completed look. I think it's so pretty. Daytime, nighttime, I don't mind wearing something like this during the day. It's so beautiful. This shadow is gorgeous. My nose is draining. Ah. Okay, that is everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it super helpful. I was thinking of actually doing a video sharing with you guys some of my favorite brushes to use on my eyes. Just because I have a slight hood and I have a lot of puffiness, I can't use a lot of the brushes that a lot of other people use. I have to use much smaller brushes, more precision brushes to work for my eyes. So let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, and I will be more than happy to make a video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.